This is a Gorilla Podcast Network production.
Welcome to the Late Night PotLuck Show. PotLuck Show. PotLuck Show. PotLuck Show.
Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the Late Night PotLuck Show, episode 15. We got a cool episode for you tonight. We out here hanging out with, this is your host Dave, hanging out here with Riel, Manny, and Marshall.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Doing all right. So
Doing
all
good.
right, Dave.
All right. This we got a cool guest. I'm excited about tonight. But let's just jump in.
Yes.
Please, without further ado, let's welcome our guest, Andrea Franco. Thank you for coming out.
You're
I know
welcome.
this was a last minute thing, but thank you for coming out.
Don't laugh, but it's Andrea.
Andrea.
It's Italian, so Andrea.
That's
Yeah.
right, that's right. I should have known that.
It's okay.
But thank you for coming out. Please just jump right in. Tell the listeners who you are and what you do.
Alrighty. So, I am the Hangry Italian girl. I do a few things. I have obviously a food blog, and I also started my own social media company, which is just for restaurants and hospitality. So I run their social media, and it's really cool that I'm not someone who just does social media. I also have a food blog, so
Right.
people are like, oh wow, that's really cool. And not a lot of people know this, but I also coach women in business and mindset.
And I think that's where I started following you. You started posting some of that. So yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah, cool.
Where did it all begin? Like, what triggered this?
Okay. I've never told this story before, but I'm gonna, I like you guys. I'll just tell you the truth. Ready?
I appreciate that.
So, I worked my way from the bottom to the top. I was a busser, then I was a hostess, then I was a waitress and a bartender. So at my very last job, I was waitressing, and a glass exploded in my hand. And I had 2 surgeries back to back. I was literally out of commission for over a year. I still have like a scar and don't have permanent use of my hand. And it put me literally like on my ass.
Wow.
And I didn't know my ass from my elbow. And I was like really down and out. I was depressed. I was like, what am I going to do with my life? They were saying that I couldn't go back to work. And I didn't know. Like, I was 6 years into college. I was in the mental health psych program at Southern, and I dropped out with 4 classes left because I couldn't drive. And so from my bed, crying, I made the Hangry Italian girl. And I've always loved food. So like, I grew up, like, my family was always into food. My mom's a great cook. My grandma's a great cook. And I was that friend that posted food pictures on her personal page. And they're like, Andrea, is that all you do? And I'm like, yes. So I made a
Can
page.
we eat already?
I was like, this is something I can do for fun from my bed and keep me occupied.
Right.
And then, I swear to God, like 4 weeks in, this guy messaged me like, how much do you cost to come in a restaurant? I'm like, okay, this is something.
I can drive now.
Shit.
College who?
Right? College who?
Yeah.
I haven't gone back.
When was that your first gig, or not gig, but was that your first paid review, or?
Yeah, I did, like, I ended up going in because, I mean, this was like 4 weeks, and I'm like, hell yeah, I'll take some money.
Yeah.
But for a long time, I think about 6-7 months, I just went in exchange for the food. Like, I did the whole hustle.
Right.
I didn't charge.
Right.
At this point now I do, but I wanted people to know my name and know what I do.
You're building a
And
brand.
I wanted to build. And so me, actually this guy Dave, we teamed up, and a bunch of other bloggers. We just kind of all went to restaurants. Someone reached out to me, some I reached out to. And it's funny, the people who didn't want to give me free food, now they want to pay me. I'm like,
yeah.
nope. Just kidding. But yeah, so it was a hustle. I drove, and a lot of people are like, I only want to stay in one little town. I'm not coming with you. I'm like, that's cool, but I will go anywhere.
That's
Like, if
awesome.
you call me, I'm coming. That's the hustle. I drive to Hartford, Ridgefield, New Haven, Fairfield County, you name it. I go there. I don't care. Like, I want to build this into an international thing. And there's a thing called hustle, and you got to do it,
Mm-hmm. So now it's been what, a year?
Yep.
that you've been doing this? That's
A little over a year now. I started about last January, February. I didn't really start posting until like around a year ago now. I was like, this is kind of a joke. And then I was
now,
like,
talk about your award you just got.
I won Best Blogger and Best Instagram on CT Now New Haven, and I also won Best Blogger in Hartford Magazine.
Nice.
Congratulations.
I just did a little mini photo shoot in Hartford with my photographer. I'm about to post that next.
Now, how did it feel to win that? Coming from where you started.
Oh
you
my
said you started in
God.
2013.
I started last year.
Oh,
and-
last year.
Yeah,
2018,
I started last year.
Wow.
2018.
Wow.
And it felt amazing because I posted the Hartford one probably like 3 or 4 times, and I was like, there's no way I'm winning Hartford Magazine. But this one I posted like 3 days before the voting was over, and I was like, I'm definitely not winning this. Because you think like the only people who are going to win are the ones who are getting votes from their friends, and I am living proof that that's not the case for this one. So New Haven, I posted, if you go look at my Facebook, I posted it like maybe a day or 2 literally before the voting was over. So some people was voting for me, and I just want to say thank you to all the people who voted for me. And it felt amazing. When I got that email, I was like, what? Like,
I mean, that just shows proof, like all the hard work and consistency you put
Yeah.
into it.
Like, hard work does pay
The
off.
people see it.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited.
As you should.
Did it ever come to your mind like, how did I win this?
Yeah, I mean,
did I figure it out? Or?
I like, there's some big people that went up. Like, I think I saw like CT Eats Out and some other big people up there. So I'm like, oh my God, she's got like 50,000, whatever it is. A lot of big people who've been around a while. Those are the ones that are usually nominated, people who have been doing this for years. And I was like, I just didn't expect to win. I remember last year, I started right around when the Hartford Magazine party was and the New Haven party was, and I got invited to blog them. Because my friend Candy was working for the Hartford Courant. She was like, hey, I know you're new. You want to come? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like watching the awards, like, oh, someday, maybe in a few years, I'll get nominated for this. And not only did I get nominated 1 year later, I won. I was like,
You gotta put it out into the universe.
yes, I'm a manifestation girl. Universe is treating me good.
Nice. Yeah, people say you're new, and people probably didn't see it, but this is something fresh. You're very unique in some way. Do you have any idea how
What?
how unique or like what you bring into it?
I mean, I just, what I tell to everyone who's like, nobody is you.
Okay.
And even my coaches and other people, when I help them, they're like, well, how do you do it? I'm like, you just be you. I'm authentic. I always show up like, sometimes I swear, sometimes I'm hilarious, sometimes I'm in a good mood, sometimes I'm really hangry and I need my food like right now. Like whatever I'm feeling, I put it out there. I don't hide anything. I don't sugarcoat anything, and I'm just me. And I think that's the most powerful thing you can be, and that makes you unique. Because a lot of people show up and they're like, all right, I need to do this for the internet, and I need to wear makeup, and I need to I'm not wearing any makeup. I don't really care. I've worn this shirt in about 4 other pictures. Like, I don't care. Like, I was like, oh, this is on the ground. I'm going to pick it up. It's 10:50 at night. I just woke up from a nap. Like, I have fun with it,
That's great.
So when I first started, I was reaching out more, for sure. Obviously, I wasn't charging, and it was just like sending out mass DMs. Like, hey, this is what I do. Do you want to come in? I'll come in exchange for the food. And some people were like, absolutely not. Other people were like, yeah, come on. I didn't really get that many no's for the free food. You get more no's for the paid. But even now that I'm winning these awards and people are knowing me now, people are like, what do you charge? Again, I'm getting that, and it's awesome. But I mean, I think for anyone wanting to start out, they have to realize it's not an overnight game. Like, I drove the entire state. Not only did I just I got free food, but I tipped. Like at that point I wasn't comfortable being like, can you give 20% to your server? Like, I always took care of the server because I know what that's like. And I went all in, and I believe that in any dream that you have, you're all in or you're not. And Gary Vee and other people that I looked up to talk about that. It's like, just just go for it.
On your waitressing and working in the field, where is that something you saw you wanted to do for a long time before you got hurt, or was it just kind of something that filled in between?
No, I originally went to school in mental health psych. Well, first I just went to school because that's what your parents tell you to do. I was like, I don't know why I'm going to college. I have some regrets with that, but everything in life is a journey. I think that if I threw myself into business 8 years ago, I wouldn't have been where I am. Like, I started a Twitter in my first year of college. Sorry for the swearing, but it was called That Bitch. And I just wrote my thoughts about my journey and whatever. And I amassed 175K on Twitter in 6 months. I paved the way on there. This was when Twitter was first big. And then I was like, all right, for women who need advice, email me. I must have got 10,000 emails in 1 week. And I was like, had I made it into a business then with coaching and advice, I don't even know where I'd be now. But my parents were like, stay in school. And I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. But anyways, no. So I was at Nichols in Mass, and I transferred home to Southern. And honestly, waitressing, I love the industry and I love food, but it's, quick, good cash. I'm always good with people. I love helping people. So, mental health psych, and then, it's just another way of helping people and being involved with food. And I was good at it, but, did I want to do it forever? No, I definitely don't think I want to be, getting older and running around like a chicken with my head. Because some fast-paced place, they don't play. You are up to par, or you are out the door. You just got, you go. Other places, are slower, but there's some restaurants where I was like, the end of my shift, I was like, oh my God, my feet hurt.
You moved from there to the night shift at the diner.
Yeah.
And the rest of them.
No. I always had big plans. I just wasn't always sure how to execute them.
So
I'm sorry, go ahead.
How do your parents feel after you leaving school and then now starting to be a food blogger and getting paid?
She's going in.
I have parents too that they wanted me to be you have to be lawyer, lawyer. And
yeah,
if
no.
not that, then what? Then how are you making money? And what is all this other stuff?
I'm going to put this in a semi-positive spin, and then I'm just going to keep it real. So on the semi-positive spin, I don't think that the older generation really understands the power of social media. And this is something that Gary Vee goes into often. That you just don't get that it's not like it used to be. We're not sending horses and writing letters anymore. If you want to talk to someone, you're sending a text. There's 52 apps that you could do what you want to do on. And the way of the world is different. I can sit on my ass 7 days a week if I wanted to, which trust me, I don't, and make $1 million from home. I could put pictures of my feet up online. I mean, guys buy that. There's the craziest things that you could do nowadays. I'm just thinking of something wild that I know that people do. And the way of the world.
About that. There's some people out there.
Do you know that I used to be in a text chat with girls, and this girl was like, "Who has nice feet here?" I was like, "I think mine are pretty nice." And she's like, "Will you send me a picture?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's
Were you catfishing feet?
Yeah. And this girl made 300 from pictures of my feet.
Oh my God.
Swear to God. And I've seen it. People will pay lots of money, especially if you make videos with them and wacky stuff like that. But anyways, back to the serious part.
Look what my toes can do.
All right, you never know. So back to the serious part. Me and my mom were always very, very close, and it's been a struggle because you so bad you want their support. Yeah. It's you die for it, but no, I don't think she'll ever fully grasp it. My mom's a nurse, and I love her. She's so hardworking. Without her, I wouldn't have this business. She has helped me along the way when I was at my bottom, just starting. My mom helped me, financially. And the worst was when I was out and when my hand was injured, I was making $250 a week, and if you know how much I eat, that's not even my food budget. And so she was she gave me a card, gave me $50 a week, gave me somewhere to live, So without her, I wouldn't be anything. But I don't think they understand it. I really just don't. My mom's like, are you gonna get a real job now? Mom, this is a real job, and guess what? I just made $20,000 this month. So I don't know how real that gets because I make more money than you.
It's actually a frequent conversation in my house. So
yeah.
I have kids that live with their mom in Fairfield, and I feel like they do get the pressure. My son, graduating from high school, they're like, "Who are you going to college?" And I'm like, you don't. If you want to go to college, you go for it. But if you're thinking twice about it, you don't do it. There's so many ways, so many outlets, so many platforms to try out. And I've always had that entrepreneur mentality, and I've always tried to, show that to them. Like you don't have to go to college to make money. Like you said, this.
My only point on that is this is what I say to people. Here's where you should go to college. Do you want to be a nurse? Do you want to be a teacher? Right. If you need a degree and you know exactly what you want to do, I just think parents are throwing their children into school and they're going for no reason, and then they're coming out with hundreds of $1,000s in debt, and they are getting crap paying jobs even with a degree. Right. So had I hustled then, I definitely would be a millionaire by now.
So coming from me, I have a degree. I work for a huge hospital in Connecticut as an IT. And when I'm at my desk, I'm thinking about my hustle or what I'm going to do next and what's the next plan and this and that. So it's, I want to get the hell out. I want to quit my, I want to fire my boss someday.
Sorry.
Can you talk about how you stepped away from that need of wanting the acceptance of your parents and just kind of stepping into just owning your title as a food blogger and just knowing that this is what I want to do.
I like you because I am the same kind of question asker. I give zero, Anyways, to be honest, it was something recent that I really stepped away from. I actually, my mom's gonna kill me, but I had a conversation with my mom a few weeks ago. And she actually hurt my feelings. She saw a really successful realtor a few weeks ago, and she said, Andrea, she's so beautiful, and look at her hair and her makeup, and look at the way she's dressed, and you should be a realtor. And this was 3 weeks ago. I've had my best month yet. And I called my mom. I said, I want to let you know that was really hurtful. I've been trying so hard. Is there a money goal that's going to make you support me? Is there something that is there a milestone here? And then I think that day, after a few weeks ago, I had to sit down, and I actually have a coach of my own, and they said, while you're doing your hustle, tell no one about it. Obviously I tell people what I make, what I do, whatever, who want to work with me and hire me as a coach, because I think it's important to know I was $10,000 in debt, and this month I made $20,000, and I'm not boasting. I'm humble as shit about it. But it's sometimes I want to scream it to the roof, but you have to be know who to say that to. And I've learned that my family. I had a conversation today. I called my grandmother, and it was oh, be careful going on the podcast, be careful meeting this guy. And they just want to protect you. They're family. They live in a bubble. So I think I'm just at the point now where, my family is a very strict Italian family. They wouldn't have even been I'm answering messages and I'm meeting anyone now. Yes, I'll take your meeting. Just meet me in public. If I die, I die, whatever.
It's the only promised thing in life, right?
I mean, you never know. Selena was performing and, you never know when someone's going to kill you or whatever's going to happen. But I ain't saying no to opportunities. If they don't understand it, then they don't understand it. And I think I'm just kind of pulling away from sharing with them now. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm going to have to do probably for the next year till I get to the point where I'm no longer triggered by it at all. Right. I'm a half and half there now at this point.
Right. Tell us what's your favorite part about what you do? Outside of not having to go to a 9 to 5 every day and you get to eat all the time, but what are some of the things you look forward to?
I say this in a lot of my videos and stuff. First of all, I get up every day and the first thing I do is gratitude. I am so freaking thankful that I'm my own boss. I mean, there's so many things that I love about what I do. First of all, I love food. I've loved food. People would make fun of me. I remember I went to Bill's Seafood in Westbrook and I ordered 4 pounds of steamers, and they were like, yeah, honey, if you could eat that. And I'm like, okay. And I ate the whole 4 pounds. And could have eaten more. And I don't know if there's something wrong with me, but I can eat a lot of food. And so it's just the most amazing thing to literally do something you love so much, and now I'm getting paid for it. A lot of people don't chase their passion, and I was if I don't make it, I said to myself, I'm going to give myself a year. I'm going to give myself a timeline, and if nothing comes, I'll go back to 9 to 5. Or maybe I'll try something else. I don't know. But, I don't know if I was talking to you guys or whoever I was talking about. I always have multiple streams of income. So, I have my media company. I have my food reviews. I do coaching. And so I don't think I will never go back to any other thing.
What's Gary's thing? 80?
Yeah.
Don't have all your eggs in one basket. You know, you go in 80%.
Oh no, it's 79-21. That's
it's
his way.
It's 79 going 100%. I just watched that video yesterday.
Good job.
My upset, like, what if all your social media accounts drop you next week? I go, well, I'll find some more. And guess what? I'm still making money from this and this. Right. And I think that a lot of people are really like afraid to chase their passion. And then the most thing I'm just thankful of is that every day I get to wake up, do what I love. I had a girl the other day. She was like, you're going to burn out. And I was like, honey, how could I burn out doing what I love? Like, if I'm taking on too much, fine. Like, last week I took 2 days off from my job. I called my social media people. I was like, instead of posting today, I got to give them 5 posts a week. I said, I'm going to post on Sunday. Do you mind if I take the day off? They love me. I work my butt off for them. They were like, yeah, take the day off. So I laid my butt in bed all day long and ate some pizza. Because I needed to. And I did some journaling. I did some gratitude. I went to, I don't know if you ever guys heard of Mia's in New Haven. Mm-hmm. I went there last night. And oh my God, they're like, just everything. They had some sake. I chilled with Bun. He's hilarious. And I just relaxed. It's like the artwork. And I was off. And, you know, and they hook me up when I'm there. They're the best. But you take time for yourself, do what you love, and damn, life's good.
Hell yeah! How can you burn out from eating?
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm like, I get paid to talk about the food I'm eating. Like, come on, girl, you bugging me.
So talk about some of the other. So you're a blogger. Mm-hmm. You visit restaurants and talk about, like you said, talk about the food. But what are some of the things going on? Like your like coaching? Has It All Media?
Yep, Has It All Media. So shout out to the JS Restaurant Group. I landed them, and I love when people give you a shot. Mm-hmm. So I went up for that job. They own, I think, 9 restaurants total. They have South Bay, New Haven. They have Harvest, New Haven. They have, you know, restaurants all over. And I went up for it against like social media companies that were like 15, 20 years in the business. And they hired me, and I asked them why. I asked the woman in the office, and she said, your personality. And they were like, we know you're going to hustle, even though you haven't been doing this a long time. And I think I add like a really cool spin on the normal, like social media is evolving, and a lot of the companies who are PR, they'll get you on the news, but who's really watching the news as much? I'm not saying people aren't watching the news. Magazines aren't what they used to be, and I'm not knocking of any of those platforms, but I feel like social media is not going anywhere and is rising. So to have someone like me who's so good at it and who has grown so many accounts, it's pretty amazing, and I love doing that. So they actually gave me an office, but I think I run like 15 right now, and I'm looking to hire finally. Okay. I'm a one-woman show, which is nuts. I do so much, but the crazy thing is, like, I wake up some days and I'm like, all right, I did all my posts. I have an event to go to tonight, and I have some coaching clients. I could do more. And just because I love it so much. But the media company was something that I started the LLC, I believe, in June last year, and I just did it because I was like, I'm so good at Facebook and Instagram, and I love food, and I love restaurants, so, like, why not? That was kind of what it was.
Right. And we've had some cool women chef on the show.
Cool, amazing women on the show, bro.
Yep. Tori from Breakfast Bells, Chef Rose Sanders.
Nice.
She was on the Chopped. She was one of the Chopped champions.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's been really cool meeting all these people here. And we've been consistently finding, you know, cool guests, awesome guests.
I feel like sometimes women aren't taken seriously by certain men. Like, even when I go into a restaurant with it, you know, some of the guys are like, and who are you? It's this young little girl. Right. Like, you know, I'm like, okay, well, you don't have to be on my page. That's fine.
You don't want more money. All right. FYI, there's more beer.
Juicy, there's more
All
juicy.
right, I'll have some.
Which one you want? This one or the juicy?
Whatever.
This one's open right now.
All right.
I
think I was
It's
here.
a late night show.
All right,
I mean, at this point, there's no more wanting to taste it. Just drink it all.
You don't have to tell me twice.
There you go. That's
Woke up from my rib coma nap.
You know what? Talk about that. Talk about that, please. Because we did. I mean, Riel brought it up earlier, and I know I watched a little bit of that.
Oh my god, that was so
I mean,
funny.
those ribs, the smoke ring around those ribs looked so perfect. Like, I was actually looking at it like from an arithmetic type of like.
Arithmetic.
Like measuring.
Are we doing calculus right now? Or something?
I was measuring the smoke ring. Let me stop. Go ahead. Talk about
the circumference.
Talk about those ribs.
Yeah. So I met Dame drops this morning, and then I got home, and I was like, I'm so hungry, and I don't feel like cooking, and I have to do all this stuff, whatever. So I was like, I'm going to order some food. So I went on Uber Eats, and I was like, ooh, the Rib House in East Haven. I was like, this sounds good. Let me order, like, one very large rack of ribs and then another. So, like, technically I have, like, basically 3 racks of ribs that I ordered.
That is gold. Like,
I'm going to eat the rest when I get home, by the way. And so I was like, you know, Dame Drops had kind of inspired me today with his videos and stuff. And I've gone live like once or twice, but I've never eaten. Like, I just go live to be like, hey, how's everyone's day? I was like, I'm going to go live and eat these ribs. Like, whatever. So I was like, I'm so nervous. And then I just clicked the live button, and I was like, wow, these ribs are really good. So I'm just like devouring them. I ate the whole rack within like 3 minutes, and then I was just like talking. I'm like, guys, by the way, these have been done. And dudes were like, what? You ate a whole rack of ribs? I'm like, yeah, want me to eat the other rack?
So talk about that. It's like we were talking about the toe stuff earlier, like the feet stuff. Like, do you get any creepers that like hit you up because of that? Like, there's got to be a creeper.
Wait.
You're like my golden girl for eating a whole ribs. You're so perfect in life.
Wait, I gotta read this one. Yeah, so.
Oh, she's reading one.
So
Don't tell me his name, because
Okay.
I'll pull him out. Don't play with
So
me.
I shouldn't say the name.
No, don't say his name.
I'm just kidding. I won't do that.
I would. That's the problem.
He's got an angel number in his name, 222. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I watched that Rib House post, and I'm pretty sure you're my soulmate. I'm almost positive you're not even a real person at this point.
Are you a rib goddess or something?
I am the Rib Goddess. But I got so many messages from that video, like so many.
Yo, fellas, y'all gotta stop. Like, this is getting ridiculous.
I think it's funny.
Attend to your girl or
Yo,
your
like,
wife.
for real. You probably got a whole wife at home that's cooking. Well, she probably ain't cooking you ribs
If you're watching me.
letting her eat the ribs, but that's terrible.
Now, those ribs, were they falling off the bone, tearing off the bone?
Oh yeah. I mean, came right off, melted in my mouth. But the perfect part, this is why they were so perfect. They had that nice char. They were just a little crispy with the char outside. I love the good char. And then, but still melted in your mouth. Usually people, it's either overcooked or under. Oh, it was just like perfect, like Rib House. I'll be there for you.
That little crunch on the outside with the softness on the inside that just, it gives you all the levels of,
it was all
Now, tell me this.
the levels.
How are you
Somebody
in the
send me a
kitchen?
nice text message like,
What were you going to say?
How are you in the kitchen?
I actually love cooking. I do. I'm like one of those experimenter cookers too, because like my family is so good at cooking, but my mom makes a lot of like, of the traditional Italian meals. Like she's bomb at like the Sunday sauce. Like my mom brings Sunday sauce to like a whole new level, and I had to learn it, and like I don't even know it as good as her. She does like the meatballs, the sausage, then she puts in rib, chicken. Like she puts in like every meat you can think of in there. I'm like, but people come to my house, they're like, wait, what am I? Then she puts in the toe love. No, but seriously, so I like both like cooking on the stove and then grilling, whatever. But my favorite stuff to cook is definitely.
What was that?
That was an echo. What was that?
That was the phone because I recorded it.
I'm like, yo,
My obnoxious.
You know what
first
happened
of all,
But
I ain't about that ghost life.
yeah, I have you guys ever heard of Flavor God?
Yes,
Yeah.
their seasonings.
Oh my God, he
See,
posted my
they're
dog
amazing.
with the flavor. Like I'm one of those extra people. Like I told you about things going viral. I put my dog and I lined up the Flavor God seasons in front of him, and I posted it and he reposted it. Anyways, like those are my favorite things to experiment. I'll have some like scallops and asparagus, and I'll put some this, and I'll be like Flavor God. We're like, just try it out, and if it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
But cooking's just relaxing for me.
Yeah,
However,
therapeutic.
lately, not so much. I'm always doing something.
Yeah.
So
I'm always eating.
I mean, do you need to cook?
I'm always eating the best food in the state. All right, can't.
no, I've been trying to at least set aside at least one night to cook, because it actually is kind of therapeutic for me. But you know what? I'm gonna say something that girls aren't supposed to say. I hate cleaning.
Cleaning after
Yeah.
all the dishes after you cook.
Oh, that's the worst part. I'm like, ugh, I gotta clean that.
What else you got going on besides has it all media and
I mean, the food reviews. So like, I just do fun stuff too. Like sometimes people will just invite me to events, and I'm like, yeah. Like next week is like Best of Gold Coast and like Greenwich. I'm going to that. I do like media dinners for my clients and
like some promotion maybe.
Yeah.
The Havana, that looked dope.
Oh yeah, okay. Stonebridge Restaurant in Milford. I'm gonna start doing all types of events. Actually, that's what I'm moving into as well. Because like people are just awesome. They come to where I go. I'm really not sure why quite yet, but they do. So every first Thursday besides July, because that's the 4th. So the next one is June 6th, and it's Havana night. We have a cigar company. I should probably look that up because I forget their name. Connecticut Cigar Company, I think they are. They're rolling cigars there. Then we have a really awesome band. And then speaking of beer, we have Elisa's House of Salsa, and she actually owns Rhythm Brewing. She's out of New Haven. She's amazing. She's the first African-American female brewer.
I've heard of her, yeah.
She is my partner in events. She is dope. So she teaches salsa. We have her beer. We have some food. We have some cocktails. We have cigars going. We're dancing all night long. And then we is in Havana.
You said
okay.
What day is it?
June 6th.
June 6th.
At 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you there. All of y'all.
Don't mention my name at the door.
But yeah, we're doing that monthly now. He's writing it down. Look, he's like, calm.
That's why he's our fearless leader.
Yeah.
He's on top of it all. I think she said she was hiring for social media. I'm just saying.
Maybe we could bring some hot sauce to the dishes or something. I'll talk to Stonebridge.
He's the one that controls our social media. Like.
Oh wait, before I forget, speaking of things I'm about to do, you're gonna come. I'm doing a women in business networking event soon there, and I think I'm gonna give different women tables to host their tables, basically, you know, whatever product they're selling, but I also kind of want it to be like a collaborative thing where like we talk about our businesses. I did one prior, kind of just like a business networking, but I kind of wanted to do a women's one where it's like empowerment and we talk. I think I'm going to do that on Tuesday. I was thinking about doing Thursday, but I want it to be like just, you know, the people I know and then the people they're bringing, and just have a bunch of tables. They can be selling their stuff, all drinking, fun, nice. You know, networking. And of course, guys will come because there's women there. Right. You know, like, women event? Oh, I will be there, right, guys?
Maybe I can get my wife to go.
Yeah. That was a good answer.
Yeah. So, how about this? What advice can you give us? Right? So, because we're all foodies here, and we're trying to hit the social media. We're trying to grow our following, and possibly get some sponsorships to continue the show. What some tips can you give us?
I'll give you a few. So first of all, hashtags. Want to talk about those?
Absolutely.
So I give them in guys, I will totally like come here and help you guys out, by the way. Show you like actually physically teach you.
Sign the contract. She just said that.
3 different categories. So I do a little bit of a smaller hashtag, a medium, and then a larger one. You can do 30 total. I'm giving like my coaching tips right now. It's okay. So I'll do like, you know, smaller ones like CTE, stuff like that, and then we'll go up to like food blogger, and you want to space them out. So you always want to try to reach the top of the tag. So you're more likely to reach a top tag for something that has smaller. So I would say go as small of like do you know what I'm talking about, right? 5,000 and
right. So when you type it in, you'll see the
how many times. Yep.
And then how many they've been. Like.
Yeah. So you want to differentiate, you know, a few different ones from small to large in 30 of those, and then you also tag 20 people in every photo. I'm going to give you a good example of this. Ready? So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Bundle of Brittany. Not a lot of people have. No. She's famous. She has millions of followers, and I'm obsessed with her. But besides the point, so my honesty with Andrea, I tagged her in every photo of mine. And I was like, I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to keep tagging her. She followed me. She only follows like 500 people, and she's got like 5 million followers. Wow. And now she like likes and comments on my stuff. And I'm like, Bundle of Brittany. My cousin was like flipping because she loves her. She's who introduced me to her. So tag 20 people in your photo. And I don't care who you are annoying. Like I tag like CT Eats Out and all those people in all my photos.
Real quick, because I've always wondered that. Like when you look through people's picture and you accidentally touch it, and the shit gets covered in tags, right?
I did that to Dame a few times.
Why?
I tagged him a bunch of times.
So when we had Chef Felito, he was actually in his book, Taste the Yolk. You ever had Taste the Yolk?
Yeah.
So Dame mentioned him on either on his show or his book, and sure enough, people coming from all over to try to taste the yolk. And I tagged him in one of my posts, and that's immediately responded. And
so a tag, here's the thing: when you at someone, they not necessarily see it. So like if you at me, but I have 200 followers come in, that's gonna go away. If you tag someone in your actual post, I get that notification. I have to see it. It comes up as a number on my feed. So I mean, if I'm super busy, I might not check it out. But usually I do look at someone who's tagging me in a photo.
So instead of in the caption, do it in
the actual
yeah,
picture.
Because that picture
that was
will
gold fire
go,
information, right? I'm just kidding.
That'll actually go onto your page as well, right?
It goes on. So I tag Gary Vee in every one of my photos. I'm like, Gary Vee, can you theme me, please? But you can change it up for picture too. So like, if I'm eating a pizza, I'll tag like pizza accounts and then local connect. Like I'm very like calculated in what I do. I've been doing this for a long time, by the way. So if you need help with it, but it's like, okay, you're a beer, you're gonna tag CT Beer, you're gonna tag Beer Lovers, you're gonna tag the company that you're doing, and then you're gonna tag everything at someone to get them to notice you. Shit, sometimes I'll tag my competitors. Like, you don't like me? Let me tag you. I'm just kidding.
Check this out.
Hey, girl.
See what I'm eating over here.
And then, so like hashtags, tagging, and then consistency. Like, you can't post once every 2 weeks and think that your social media is gonna grow. Like, you lazy.
follow us, the podcast. Follow the podcast at Late Night PotLuck Show. Both Instagram and Facebook, and check out the website. Also check out YouTube, our YouTube channel. You'll see us on the link. Check out the website. You'll see the link there, and catch the YouTube channel.
Am I gonna be on video on YouTube?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that angle though, right?
Don't worry, your hair is fine.
Thanks, Holly.
So next episode we got M&M steak food truck coming in. Good Philly cheesesteaks. So check that out.
Yes.
All right.
Give me his number. No,
Anything else? We're gonna wrap it up.
That's it. We're good.
If anyone needs any coaching, you know where to come.
Absolutely. Peace. Good night.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Thanks for listening.
Be sure to join us next time.
This is a Gorilla Podcast Network production.